Alright, I'm back working on my skid steer here. This alternator has been kind of funky. I don't know what's going on with it. It's been making like a squealing noise and a chirping noise. The belt's tight, but it has a lot of play in it. And I don't quite know why. And I think what's happening is this thing is, you know, you rev it up to full speed and start to go, it's doing this shaking thing. And I think it's letting the belt slip a little bit, or maybe there's something else going on. So let's get this alternator off and see what's going on with it. See if we can figure out what's up. And let's get this loosened up here. That's weird. Something's wrong down here. That's not right. What is going on here? What is going on here? Oh, there's the problem right there. This bracket here is broke that holds the bottom of the alternator. That's going to have to come off, and I'll have to re-weld this. All right, let's get the rest of it off. Okay, that one loosened up. Let's take that one out. And I think there's one more down there. I knew this wasn't right because it's been making some weird noises. But every time I checked it, the alternator belt was tight. So it must have been setting against this and not moving enough to move it out of line. Okay. This is the same way as the 91 project I just got done on. It has the same exact setup. It's right here. It's the one I'm taking out. And there's a nut on this side. Wrench over here. Now on the 91 project, this nut was smaller, this piece, but it threaded out. Now whether this one does the same thing or not, I don't know. No, this one pushes out. Okay, that bolts out. Now this is obviously a spacer. Okay, put that back on there so I know where that goes. Goes with that bolt. Spin this bracket a little bit and it might break it loose off that other bolt just in case it's super tight or whatever. Okay, let's give that other bolt a try. I moved that. Get our belt back out of the way. It's this one right here. Let's see what we got here. Moved. Okay. Perfect. The broken bracket is spun around and it's trying to come off with the bolt. It's coming out. Yes, it is. There we go. Apparently stuck on that. Oh, there's a rust come out of that thing. The bolt is not unhooked yet. But it sure is stuck to that bolt. Lubricant up in there. It looks like it's starting to move. I need to see if I can break it loose of the bolt. You have very limited room to work in there. And it's stuck on that bolt really hard. Moved a little bit. Well, once I got all this done, come right out of there. What I'm trying to do here is get this bracket spacer worked back far enough to be able to get the bolt out with the bracket on it. Yep, it's coming. It's just being a dog. You know, looking at this, that could have broke the bolt. There we go. I think it's been a while since any of that was off. Boy, there it is.
Oh, you got it. Good.
Just got it far enough. That, I don't know what's going on with it, but we're going to find out here real soon. Man, that thing was tight. It's time to clean this thing up. Okay, I got this cleaned up, and let's see if this fits better now. Look at that. Amazing. We will never seize all this. Okay, now it's time to get that bracket set up and weld it. One more bolt to take out here. Wow. Nice. We got to get this piece of bracket off so we can weld it. In order to not lose all these parts, I'm going to stick this right back in here. All right, these are the two we got to rejoin. All right, I'm going to grind off these and V them. Got some nice V's on those. Now I'm going to fire up the MIG and weld those back together permanently. Alright, I'm putting these bolts back in now. I've got this one in, but I just realized I put it in wrong. This spacer has to go second. Now, I've never seized these bolts and got these bolts right, and I don't think they'll ever stick on me again, but that has to have a bracket. This is offset out here because this bolt here extends beyond these. So you can't really put it in without the spacer in the right place, otherwise it will not tighten up. And as per usual, you never tighten anything up until you're done putting it all together. Now this spacer has to go on the inside as well. I need to get this bracket right there. That's the way I think it goes. This out into the radiator. And get this through the hole here. And get this spacer in, find the hole. There it is. And put this bolt through. And this bolt threads in. And I've never seized it, so that's the way that goes. Now I'm going to test fit this alternator and make sure that I'm right on that bracket. All I have to do is line this up. One side or the other, I think it's there. And that is correct. Now it's time to tighten these bolts up. Okay, that's tight right there. Let's see if we can get this little guy to go in. It should be tight enough. Alright, those are on. Now alternator. These washers must act as spacers here to set that at the right distance to offset it. Let's see here. Yeah, two go under and one goes on the outside. This gets never seized. Put it up under the head of your bolt, because that's where they always stick. There. Alright. So we need one washer here. We need to get this just through here, like that, and put these two washers on. Nice. I have to do that at least one job. One time every job I have to do that. You need one washer behind. Apparently it's 1 and 1 and 1. Tighten this up snuggy. Like that. Let's see if this lines up better. Oh yeah, perfect. Okay, now we'll put our belt on. There we go. We'll tighten these 2 bolts up. We'll put our top bolt in. And that should be the end of this. There's these. Religious on that stuff. Okay. Tight. Alright. Now we do have clearance by this bolt here. So that's not going to hit anything. So now we've got to get these tight. Now, as you saw before, this bracket would move, and as you can see now, it's rock solid. That being broke was giving me fits. So anyway, we are looking good here. So now it's time to fire the machine up and make sure everything's right. Okay, let's fire this mother up. See how it works. That's fixed. I don't see anything. I don't see any of that vibration anymore. We'll keep a close eye on that. But I think I got a good weld job on that bracket, so this is fixed. Thanks for watching. See you on the next video.